So you said after the game Saturday that Craig Stutzman called a really good game. And when exactly was the shift going to the Stutz calling plays rather than Coach Smith?
Well, they're still working together very much. Cal is when Stutz took over primary play calling. There's something about the connection with the quarterback. I think that's important. And I think he's got a different flow, done a nice job. Second half was really, really well called. And I hope that answers your question.
And kind of in the same realm, if I'm not mistaken, saw Coach Dickert on the sideline on Saturday. Who was kind of his eye in the sky then on defense, kind of from above?
Oh, I think he sees a lot from the field, to be honest with you. I think he has multiple eyes in the sky. But the GAs and quality control, they do a nice job with personnel. I think they've been pretty accurate. I think Coop sees a good amount. Banks is probably the wily vet up there, handling the back end. But I think more and more coaches are seeing a good amount. You're seeing more and more coordinators coming to the field. I think they enjoy the energy and feeling the energy of the field, the game, the team, what's going on, instead of just a faraway view of the schematics. I think it's become a bigger part in play calling, to be honest with you.
And then Saturday, we saw Travion Brown in sweatpants before the game, and he didn't play. Do you have an update kind of his status going forward?
Yeah, he's getting better. Is
he kind of questionable, you'd say, for this week?
I would say better than questionable, whatever that term is that we use.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
All right, Coach. Next question is going to be Colton Clark, spokesman review. Go ahead, Colton.
Hello, Coach. How's it going?
Good, Colton.
Travell Harris obviously had a huge game, career high. What distinguishes Travell as a player and as a person?
What was the career highs? Somebody else said that to me. I don't know exactly what his career highs were that day.
147.
Well, I know he had 147, Bobby. I'm asking that. Colton, what else was? So just the yardage was career?
Yeah. I believe
catches.
May have been as well. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, I know he had a big game, a lot of good run after catch. I think Travell did a really nice job in the week, kind of honing the details, where he fits in the offense. I think, sometimes it can be hard when balls are going to other places, but that was his day. He was, him and Calvin have been around for a while and have worked together. And, I think we had a good talk during the week, and I think his mindset was in a real positive place. And there was not any effort to get him the ball more. There are times where in the past where we say, okay, let's get the ball to Travell, whether it's on screen or early in the game or whatever. That was a pretty organically flowing offensive performance, and I think a lot of people contributed. He had I'm happy for him. He's worked very hard. He's done a lot for this program and this university. He's already graduated. I think he's a success story for sure. And for him to have some success, get a win against a great team, I think it reinforced the talk we had.
How much do you see players kind of gravitate toward him? It seems like he has sort of an infectious personality.
He does. He's got a very, I would say, infectious is a word. And he told me his mom said that to him. You you talk so naturally and your emotions come out so quickly. He said his mom has told him that his whole life. You can be very effective in a positive way, and then if it comes out negative, it could be something negative. And he's been great, and I love coaching him.
I don't know how easy this will be to answer, but if you had to define an identity for this team in terms of its character and how that's developed over the course of this season, what would you say? What seems to be your team's identity right now?
I think we play hard, and I think we play with the togetherness and an effort that's that shows. That's probably where I would put it.
And is there a player, a group of players that has gone from perhaps a little shaky earlier in this year to now seems to be kind of hitting stride?
Well, I think you'd say the receivers. I don't think they were shaky. We weren't connecting the way we were, or we were anticipating. It was really good for them to have that second half. They're playing with some confidence that half and some trust. And I thought the O-line pass protected their butts off. That was a really nice job of that. Jaden, there wasn't a ton he had to do off script, even though he's very good at it. I thought he manipulated the pocket, and there's some really, really little things that I saw with moving in the pocket, but still being really on time with some of the route combinations. It had a real natural feeling to it this game.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, next question is going to be from Alex Crescenti in Spokane TV. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Coach. On that fourth quarter touchdown play to Dion.
You got an echo here, Alex. I don't know if you get how many you got on, but
Hang on one second. Sorry. Okay.
Fourth
Is that better?
quarter Dion.
Yeah, on the fourth quarter play to Dion to that touchdown,
Right.
was that a designed play that you had in your back pocket for a while?
It was a design play. I wouldn't say we've had it for a while. We've done similar things in the past, but I thought it was an excellent timing for the play call, and they executed very well. That was a heck of a game. It was what we talked about needing. We got the win at Cal. That was big for us. But to win a game that's back and forth, defense holding at the end, really emotional. I think it was something that we talked about it being a 4-quarter game because of the confidence Oregon State had, the effectiveness they've had on multiple sides of the ball. And I think our guys were mentally prepared for it. And I was incredibly happy for them just to experience that. And everyone who came for homecoming. I mean, that was an entertaining football game that ended the right way for the Cougs.
And then as a quarterback yourself, we've seen Jaden sort of take these steps statistically, basically in every category here. But when you see him as a coach there, what kind of progressions has he made, halfway through the season now?
I can't necessarily speak on the accuracy of the stats and improvement, and but what you see is a quarterback who is confident in his shoes. He's making people around him better, and he's not just a carnival quarterback that can throw the ball and hit the goalpost. There's so many other attributes that come when you talk about playing quarterback, as far as, and leadership's kind of the big overreaching term people use, but I think he's in the moment. I think he's let negative things roll off his shoulders better, and that's all part of growing. I mean, he's a young guy, and it hasn't been the easiest year to enter college last year, and the growth he's shown is, I'm very proud of him.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
All right, last chance for questions for Coach Rolovich. Please raise your hand and we'll call on you. Last chance. Colton Clark, go ahead, Colton.
I can't let you go.
Colton, you got another one?
Yeah.
You had your chance. All right. What do you want to know, Colton?
So, does their offense appear to be one of those that kind of goes as the quarterback goes?
You talking about ours or Stanford?
Oh, Stanford's, yeah.
I think most offenses would have that attribute. They're throwing the ball more than you would think a stereotypical Stanford team would do. The quarterback's talented. They've got good size throughout the roster, size at pass catchers. I think they know how to use their body, use those big guys. I think there's some teaching going on about ball placement and how they body people up on some of the fade stuff. But I think I was just looking at it. I think they're third in the conference in pass attempts this year. I know they're up there. Well, maybe pass offense per game, they're third. And they're pretty efficient at quarterback, which is something that I know. I mean, I don't know Coach Shaw that well, but just watching him over the years, that's seemed to be an important factor in their quarterback play. And I think they're doing it. They're taking care of the ball relatively well. I think they only got a couple, maybe 3 interceptions. Oh, never mind. They got 5, but they got 12 passing touchdowns. So they'll give you some formations and some personnels and things that cause some issues in preparation. But it is going to be a game we expect them to throw it around.
And I just realized that we haven't asked for a little while. Do you have any updates on Brandon Gray? How he's doing?
All I hear is there's improvement, and arrow's pointing up as far as his recovery.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
All right, Coach, next question is going to be from Dale Grummert, Lewiston Tribune. Go ahead, Dale.
Nick, I think Zeus probably got a whole lot more playing time than he has in years. Can you kind of take us through how that happened?
I like your questions, Dale. Zeus played some for us last year. I don't know if it was. I don't know a whole lot of details about his whole career here before we got here, but I know since we've arrived, he's been an excellent teammate. He's a hard worker. We've put him on scholarship, and he was really productive before getting hurt in training camp. He was somebody we really were planning on counting on. He attacked rehab the same way, and we knew that he was going to add to our defensive tackle play as he got healthier and healthier. Now I don't think he got a ton in the Cal game, but again, he was just coming off injury. We didn't want to overdo it. It was really good to see his emotion when he made that play. I think it was pure. It was. It's good to see young people who've gone through some adversity and worked hard to get something. And he's a very unselfish young man and does whatever he can to help this football team. So I think all those things added to why he's, a major contributor in my mind.
So it wasn't just the what he might have been able to bring in that particular game.
I don't. No, it was more timing of recovery of the injury. If he didn't get hurt, I think he would have had a big part in all of our games this year.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
All right, Coach, next one's going to be Brenna Green, Spokane TV. Go ahead, Brenna.
Hi, Coach.
Hey, Brenna.
just kind of the reality of the situation. The next few press conferences, I think we wouldn't be doing our job as being media members if we didn't ask you if there was any update in terms of your religious exemption.
No update.
It's widely assumed that you're Catholic. Do you identify with being Catholic?
Brent, I'm going to leave what we talked about after the game Saturday. And if there's any updates, I'll let you know.
Okay. And just obviously there's a lot of people that could be affected by whatever decision. If you end up being fired, there's obviously a lot of people that could be affected by that decision. Just how do you feel about that and the impact that it could have on others around the program?
I'm going to leave it alone right now, Brenna. Like I said, I think I answered some stuff Saturday, and I'd like to talk about Stanford, our football team, and move forward in that direction. But I understand you feeling like that's the part of your job you need to do right now. So, but I appreciate kind of letting Saturday stand on its own and move forward with Stanford.
Okay.
Right, Jamie Vinnick from Coop Fan. Go ahead, Jamie.
Coach, just forgot to ask this earlier. George Hicks was named Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. Liam Ryan, Pac-12 Offensive Lineman of the Week. Can you speak to kind of the progression of those two guys, a couple of veterans in the program, and just what they were able to bring to the team Saturday and really all season?
I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that.
You're welcome.
You would think that we would know that information. Liam got player of the game for our team also on offense. Really incredible. You know, he was a big personality, but I think he's even had some transformation in his approach in life. Cares a bunch about this team. You know, when he changed his body, he's playing good football. The scouts are impressed with him this year because of some of those physical changes, and he's playing good football. But I think his mental approach is much more controlled and mature, and he's just been so consistent for us all year round. George, like I said, I think I said it Saturday, I didn't even know that was him who got that pick. You know, that happened so fast, and then there was a cloud of crimson around, and I was trying to work the refs to make sure they saw his foot get in. The refs they said I couldn't even see it. It was so fast. So, but hell of a play. But that was one of the plays. I think even in some of the last few games, George has been, he looks like a safety. He's playing like a safety. He's making tackles. I think he's anticipating stuff. I think he's enjoying being a major contributor on defense. Again, a guy who makes a real unselfish move in the offseason for the betterment of the team and is having success. I think it's a great story to point to for the young guys and future guys that come in this program. And I think he should be proud of himself. I know he's not done, but I think this is also a lesson that will serve him very well for the rest of his life.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, Coach, last questions will be from Colton Clark, folks in review. Go ahead, Colton.
3 times?
Yeah, just one more.
All right.
I realize we haven't talked about Dean Janikowski in a while. Is he pretty much locked in at kicker, and what do you do to earn that role, if so?
I think Dean's done a wonderful job. Kind of got thrown into it first game, and you know, I know I think he missed 1 field goal, and but you know, he's another guy who, you know, his opportunity came and he seized it, and I think he's really well liked by the team, and him and Haber, you know, they're holding his holder and Simon, and it's a really good thing to see again. It's similar to George, right? Dean didn't know how this was going to work this year. Ended up having to go in and kick for us, and then, you know, hasn't really looked back. So he's another wonderful kid. I hope every Coug fan gets a chance to meet Dean and get to see the person he is, because he's another one that's good for this world.
Do kickers have to be, just based on their job? Do they have to have kind of a unique personality? Can you tell that the kickers sort of stand out in that way, that they're just a little bit different?
A lot do. I think that's probably a true statement. I think it's going to be hard to prove it, but just the history being around, you have to be part of the team, but so much of your time is spent in your own little world. So I think having a little personality, for whether it's in the locker room or getting food or whatever, it ends up. I think it's a benefit as a kicker. I think it's hard enough, with their role. If you're terribly introverted and maybe not showing a ton of confidence, I think Dean goes out with faith that he's going to hit the field goal for the team. And Dean's one of the guys who last year brought up the idea that, hey, coach, why don't we go around and shovel people's driveways who may need help? And that tells you right there what kind of kid he is, looking to help people and be a positive impact in the community. And I think that's how he takes every step of his day.